Thanks.
So I'm not going to repeat everything Dave just said. I agree with him. Obviously, they're the same firm. So I'm just going to tell a story. I have longtime clients. I'm going to call them Dan and Carol, and been clients for decades. But ever since Dan retired, he has all of a sudden come to know a lot more about what we should be doing with his investment portfolio, including wanting to get out of the market when things look bad. And he worked in nuclear engineering, so after the Japan earthquake, he was confident even more than the rest of the. And I'm not making fun of him. I'm saying familiarity is a tough one. He was convinced he knew more about what was going to happen with the nuclear reactors over there, and that there was going to be a worldwide meltdown. So, fast forward a little bit. Shortly thereafter, he and his wife asked them to do the FinaMetrica surveys. And by the way, I used the kind of risk tolerance surveys that everyone has talked about for decades that were apparently telling me nothing, despite the fact that I was fairly confident they were. But they were not evidence-based, obviously. So Dan and Carol do the FinaMetrica survey. Dan's risk tolerance comes out, he's fairly not a risk taker, but really solidly. Carol's is super low risk tolerance. Carol has never peaked about the portfolio. So this created a huge opportunity to have a conversation about risk perception, and that in reality, that Dan's portfolio was really well suited to his risk tolerance, but it was not. But his risk perception was huge because he thought he knew so much about what was going on in the world. And so through this conversation, he promised, and he has kept his promise. He has stopped watching CNBC. He has stopped reading the financial newspapers. He said, you know what, I am so sick and tired of feeling scared about this. And he goes, why am I ruining my retirement by doing all this? So it was the risk tolerance, the surprising results under the circumstances of the risk tolerance, the FinaMetrica surveys, that led to a really great conversation. And he has not one time has he made a peep since he made that promise.
Thanks, Elissa.